Hey guys, welcome to UnVeiled, the talk show where we help you with your wedding planning and tips and inspiration, all that kind of stuff. Today we have a special guest. I'm excited to introduce him. It is Scott from Impressive Events Productions.
Yes.
DJ extraordinaire. So Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. This is great. Thank you for being on my show.
Yeah, I remember it like it was just yesterday.
It seems like it was.
Oh man, remember when we were like sitting in that couch?
Oh yeah. And then we went to Mitsuya after. Remember that?
Yeah.
How good that was?
If you're in Costa Mesa area.
Yeah.
Mitsuya, that marketplace has some bomb Japanese food.
Yes.
I felt like it was just yesterday.
It really does.
Or even like a couple hours ago.
Maybe.
He has a show too. He has a podcast as well. The link's going to be down below. Where, you know, it's cool because we ran into a wedding with each other and we were like, I don't know how we got to talking about it. I don't even know how it came up. And then it ended up, hey man, you should be in my show. I should be in your show.
Yeah.
And then here we are doing each other's shows in one day.
Yeah, you know, I don't really remember how the specifics of us talking about our shows came up. I really can't remember either. It's amazing
boom,
though.
there it is.
But it's amazing.
And the cool thing is, what really lined up was it wasn't like a vendor show. It was like he was also trying to find value to give brides and grooms tips and tricks from both couples that he's already had events with as well as other vendors. So I'm like, dude, I'm doing that too.
Same thing.
So I talked about videography on his show earlier, and depending if the show's on, I'll put the link in down below. I don't know which one's gonna come up first.
Yours will come out this Saturday.
Oh, the one that we filmed?
Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, in real time, if we're filming now, whenever this comes out, yours will be out. Let's just say by the time people see this, your episode,
hopefully, yeah,
they should come and check it out because your episode will be there.
YouTube time. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe you're watching this 10 years from.
It's like the multiverse.
I know. It's odd.
When you're doing podcasts.
Yes. So anyway, so we're here. He's been a DJ for 17 years now. 2025 today.
Yeah.
So, dude's got experience, and experience counts for a lot in the industry of the wedding industry. And he's been talking to a lot of people and getting little tips and stuff.
A lot of vendors.
So we're gonna kind of pilfer a little bit of DJ tips and maybe even just general wedding tips that you've gotten from other vendors, and kind of just see where we go from there.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the show, I want to try something new. I got some little games I want to play with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to DJs, I don't think we haven't had any DJs on the show yet, right? Like you're the first one. You might be popping my DJ cherry.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're witnessing your dad pop my DJ cherry.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna pop it right now.
It's gonna be a big explosion.
Thank you. Raising him right.
Yeah, that's right.
His son's here chilling with us too.
Yeah.
One of the biggest questions, because when I do consultations, I give advice. And that's why I started this channel, because I give advice anyway in private.
Right.
So why don't I just give advice in general?
Exactly.
Right?
I agree.
And from me and Sheila's experience, when we run into DJs at weddings, there's definitely some that stand out. And typically, from our outside, layperson experiential way of perceiving DJs, what tends to stand out for us is the emceeing. Mm-hmm. Because it's more obvious.
Yeah.
Right? Someone who's really funny, someone who's very charismatic. But I actually don't know too much, aside from the obvious things like genre, what it takes to be a good DJ. And I know we were talking off camera earlier about like how there's definitely a big difference between a DJ versus an MC.
Absolutely.
So we'll cover that too.
Okay.
But I'm a bride. Hi. Shopping around for a DJ. Dude, I don't know where to start aside from like, oh, do I know someone that knows someone that knows someone?
Right.
How do I...
Yeah, so there's a lot of different approaches, and actually I want to break this down in a couple of different ways. So first of all, let's talk about brides that are already vested in venues that have in-house DJs.
Okay, well then that becomes easy for them.
It is and isn't.
Oh, but?
Though.
Okay, there's a but.
But most of those venues, I have to say, let's just this is just starting off at you're assigned a DJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there are a lot of venues that say you have to use our DJs.
Yeah.
And this and that. But typically there's a way out of that. Like if you do replace the DJ, there's maybe some papers you have to sign, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So my first thing I want to just say is to couples that are kind of forced into using the DJ, I want them to be very careful about that, because I recommend always still checking the DJ's reviews, the sign, figure that out information. Checking their reviews is important. Checking their social media, and then another big thing that people don't think about doing, and this is one of my biggest tips and tricks, is go to the venue, go to Yelp or Google, go to the reviews
Of the venue.
uh-huh. And then search the DJ's name in the reviews.
Oh, meaning if
Yeah,
something
so
negative comes out.
correct, because you can go and you can filter the ratings by keywords. So like let's say DJ Scott, you could go there and type in DJ Scott. It'll filter, and you're going to get
What is said about
all
DJ Scott there.
all the reviews that specifically mention me.
Yeah.
And then you could also try the DJ company name, like like let's say it's like Perfect Sounds Entertainment. Go search like Perfect Sounds. Search that. I still suggest that couples who are being assigned an in-house DJ, I still think you should do your research. I still think you should try to look for video, social media reviews, because if you're not satisfied with what you see, or you're seeing 1-star, 2-star reviews, bad experiences with the in-house DJ, I think it's really important then to have a conversation with the venue and say, hey, this is what we found. Like, are we allowed to bring our own DJ, or do you have another DJ?
Mm-hmm.
This is really important because a lot of couples accept
Sure, yeah.
or assume that because the venue provides the DJ that it's going to be a good DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Not always the case. So I want to start off with that because it's important, because a lot of couples are booking venues where it's all inclusive.
Yeah.
Right.
Which seems very convenient. Which it is.
It is, but you still have to be careful.
Yeah.
And I say that because the DJ is really the one that carries the event once it's started.
Let me ask you a question about that. What is the worst, not the worst, but one of the bad things that can happen if you end up with a bad DJ?
So if you end up with a bad DJ, the typical things that happen that you'll see a lot of, like anybody can find this anywhere on Reddit, Facebook, so a bad DJ, technically the standard things that are going to happen is playing the wrong music. Define wrong. So you for ceremony, for instance.
The wrong walk-up music.
Like wrong walkout music, wrong bridal processional.
Okay.
That's a very common mistake. Skipping things on the timeline, or not doing things on the timeline, or messing things up that were on the timeline. MC skills are poor, which we'll probably talk about more.
We definitely will.
Poor MC skills. Not good on the mic. Mixing ability, knowledge of music. There's a lot of DJs, you'll see a lot of people talk about how DJ did not play my must plays, DJ played all my do not plays. Those are also standard things that I see couples complain about. Grand entrance not correct. Just making a lot of mistakes in managing the timeline, announcements, wrong names.
Oh boy.
Those are like the really common things.
And ultimately, it could just make your wedding feel unpolished or unthoughtful.
It can get very disorganized. Really fast.
I mean, it's something as simple as making an announcement that this is where you should go for a cocktail hour. Sometimes the officiant won't do that.
Yeah.
So someone has to take
Somebody
over
has to.
with a microphone,
right,
and say that.
Yeah. It's simple things very simple things. Or sometimes if I'm a DJ working with an MC, I've seen some really bad MCs. So they hire their own MC, and because they think for whatever reason that they don't want me to do it, that's fine. I have no issues with that. I will gladly turn over anything that you feel like you want someone else to do. And then, but when you have, and when I say this, it's typically like a friend of the family, or like, oh, we'd rather have a friend of the family do it, but then they do things haphazardly. So it's like, this is what an inexperienced MC will do versus me. They don't know what they're doing, so they're just going by the timeline. So they see grand entrance is at 5:00. So they go, okay, can I get the microphone so I can do grand entrance? And I'm like, you're gonna do it now? And they go, yeah. And I go, okay. And I give them the mic because it's like, I'm not gonna argue.
Sure.
But no one's sitting down. bridal party's still in the room. Like they're supposed to be in the hallway to get announced in. No one's paying attention. Video and photo aren't there to even photograph or shoot it.
Oh, that's always scary for us.
And so I've seen it. No, I can't. I've lost count of how many times this has happened. So an inexperienced MC will just do things because the timeline's telling them to do it at 5:00. It's like here's the difference between that and an experienced MC like myself is I have like a checklist of things I do. First of all, I check with the coordinator, I check with the bride and groom, make sure they're ready for grand entrance. Hey, it's 5:00. Are you guys ready? Do we need more time? Are we still bustling the dress? Like, where are we at with that? Oh yeah, we need 5 more minutes. We're bustling the dress. We're having issues. Got it. Perfect. I'll go back inside. I'll make an announcement. Hey everybody, in five minutes or so, we're going to be bringing in the wedding party, the bride and groom. We're going to need everybody in their seats. So please find your seats. If you don't know where your seats are, the seating chart is located XYZ. So please check it. We do have specific seats and tables for people. So please find your seats. I'll go back out, see where we're at, come back in, make sure everyone's seated, do another announcement. Hey, we're very close. Go back out, line everybody up. I will confirm all the song choices, and I'll say, okay, Bridal Party's coming into Forever by Chris Brown. We're coming in pairs. Here's the order. I'll line it. Did anybody not make it today?
Do people still choose Chris Brown?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
They love that song. And then I'll tell the bride and groom, this is your song. You'll have your own separate entrance. And then I will let them know what's happening next. You'll go right into your first dance. And then I'll invite you to your seats. We'll do the blessing. We'll start the meal service. Which are the first tables you would like me to release for meal service? And I go over everything right before it's going to happen. Then I come back inside. And then I will physically go up to photo and video and say, hey, we're going to do grand entrance, first dance, blessing, meal service. Are you guys ready?
And we go, yeah, thanks for telling us.
Yep. Thank you so much. And I say, are you guys ready? Do you need a minute? Do you need to swap a lens? Because I know these things. And that's the difference. That's the difference in what an experienced wedding DJ, wedding MC will do, because I know the ins and outs of what's going on outside and with the other vendors. And I try to make sure that everything is accurate, everything's correct, that the final timeline is correct, and I clear up any discrepancies, all of that. And I literally go back over everything we talked about in the consultation to make sure they didn't make a change and send me a last minute email that I didn't see.
And you notice we haven't even talked about music yet. I mean, really, right?
Yeah.
It's so much behind being a DJ than just playing the right songs. So when you're like, oh, we'll just do it in-house. We'll just have a playlist.
Yeah.
You know what I realized as you were talking? When there's no wedding coordinator, the photography and video, we are kind of the default coordinator of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Until we get to the reception.
Right.
Where in which case, the DJ, becomes the default
timeline
coordinator of that day. And we might be, we know our stuff, we're doing a good job, let's say, and then we get to the DJ, if they don't know what they're doing, I can only do so much to kind of wrangle it back and make a timeline still happen correctly.
Yeah, it displaces and disorganizes everything, and then nobody knows what's going on. Things are happening haphazardly. The couple is caught off guard. Like I before every single formality, literally before every single formality that I do, I go back over it with the couple, because things can change so fast, and that's what people don't understand. Hey, I have 4 speeches. I have the best man. Hey, don't call up the best man. He's too drunk. Like, he's done. And then my mom is too nervous. She doesn't want to come up. So we're just doing this. That's the difference. It's checking in, making sure things are good, making sure they're good, making sure they're ready, making sure they don't want to cancel something, making sure somebody didn't have to leave. Like I've had it where mom and dad had to take grandma home, so there's no father dance, daughter dance, or there's no mother son dance anymore. So we canceled both of them. But if I was just to be an experienced DJ MC and be like, oh, the timeline's telling me we need to do this, and I call it out without checking in, then it's like, then there's this whole awkward silence. Yes. They got to call the
scramble.
They got to call him over and like, hey, come here. Like, it's like this weird, oh, okay, now I guess we're not doing, and then you get flustered.
Yeah.
So I have a very like intricate process of checks before I do anything. confirming things are still correct, like, because, and then this is from 17 years and over 1,000 weddings of learning, because everything I do comes from a mistake.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? It
Yes.
comes from that happening to me, calling out for a speech and they left and they're gone. Had I just checked in with the couple and said, "Hey, this is who I have. Is this still correct and is it still good?" If I had just asked that question, so typically for me, mistakes happen once and they don't happen again because I learn from it. And I have a million like checks and balances to make sure that I'm doing things as correct as possible.
That's so profound. I mean, I like to tell my kids, or when I'm mentoring someone, like mistakes, I wear those notches on my belt even
Absolutely.
more, because, like you said, if you learn from them, you make that mistake once, never again, and then you own that truth that you learned from that mistake.
Yeah.
And that is one of those things where, sure, you can maybe save a little bit for someone starting off, as a photographer, starting DJ, but the value that all those solutions that you already have prepackaged in your pockets,
Yeah.
because you earned them.
Yeah.
You earn those solutions. So, because what I was going to say was that everything you're saying, it sounds like you've already anticipated all the problems,
All of them.
and you're getting ahead of any of these problems before they can get a chance to
Oh yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And that's experience.
Oh yeah.
So, and that really like helps clarify for me like the role of a DJ more than just like, hey, make the people dance.
Yeah.
So much more.
A lot of people think that's what it's about, but they don't. I think people don't really understand that, and this goes to like the difference between a DJ, a wedding DJ, and an MC and a wedding MC. Like they're four different roles. There are MCs for events and fundraisers and galas, and that's different than a wedding MC, right?
Sure.
It's like there's MCs and then there's wedding MCs, and then there's DJs and wedding DJs, and it's just so they're all different, and so
Same thing
you
I say
have to
with
be careful.
photographers.
Yeah.
Like you might have an amazing fashion photographer, but they'll have no clue about weddings.
Yeah, shot lists, how to pose the couple, shooting the rings, like all the different stuff that you guys get, detail shots, like all these things you guys do.
I think about DJing, like let's say as an art, or someone loves music and they want to become a DJ, right? And every now and then I've noticed, and maybe you can help clear my understanding of this. I'll run into DJs that love throwing in their mix of something. And I have something similar in photography where, let's say, I love art photography, I love fashion photography, but that's not necessarily what my brides want to see. That's a totally different way of approaching light, composition, framing.
Yeah.
Posing, it's a big difference there. But some DJs that are excited about the things that they put together, like me as an observer, is going, you're playing that, but that's not the way that they might want to hear it. Do you have any opinions on that as far as
extreme.
just like
extreme.
Okay.
No. So
say no more. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I know exactly
Okay.
what you're about. So one of the longer conversations that happens typically is the consultation on the open dance music specifically.
Sure.
And so and this is from mistakes, right? When I first started DJing, I wanted to be a DJ. Like I started off on 2 turntables and a 2-channel mixer, and I had a Serato SL1, which was the box with the control vinyl. So I adopted straight off as soon as it came out, a Serato SL1 with control vinyl and MP3s. I was right into it, and and I just when I first got into DJing, because I was just like a hobby DJ, like closet DJ, for let's see, about 3-4 years before I ever did any kind of event. But all I wanted to do was turntablism, just scratching beats. I didn't want to play like songs, you know what I mean? I just liked experimenting. That was the creative side of me. It was like just something fun. And so, when I first started doing events, I quickly learned, again, you'll learn really fast, and you either accept it and learn from it, or you continue to say, no, I'm just going to be what I set out to be, which doesn't work in the wedding industry at all. I have a conversation. So when we talk about the open dancing, I look at the playlist, and I'll kind of gather, like I can already gather what kind of event and like atmosphere
And this is
it's
a
gonna
playlist
be.
that they gave you.
Yeah, they'll give me their must plays or something like that. And then so I have a few questions, and I'll say, okay, I will ask them like, okay, and how do you want me to handle your playlist?
What do you mean?
How do you want me to handle it? Like, am I just playing? Do you want me to just play your music? Do you want DJ additions? Are you good with edits and remixes? Or do you want me to play it? You want me to play straightforward? Do you want to hear the whole song, or do you want songs shortened up? Because I can quick mix. If you want to play a song like 2 songs every 3 minutes, I can do that. If you kind of just want, if some people want to hear the songs all the way through. Some people want more of a club atmosphere, like edits, remixes, mashups. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in the beginning, I would just do what I thought a DJ is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys all these
All your
tricks I
moves,
got. I'm
yeah,
going to show
yeah.
you, I'm going to play stuff you've never heard before. But then you get humbled really quick, because I can very clearly remember somebody coming up to me and saying, "Hey, are you ever going to play the regular version of a song?"
Oh man.
And then
You're
I've
like,
also
you just shrunk.
yeah, and then I've also had similar comments to that, like, "Hey, are you ever going to let a whole song play?" And they're mad, and they're in that tone.
Yeah.
Like literally, they're like, "Are you ever going to let a whole, like, oh, like I thought I was doing good."
Yeah, yeah.
But that's me.
That's
That's
what-
my perception
Yeah,
and
yeah, for
my POV. I'm doing a good job because I'm getting so many songs out, and I'm mixing them, and I'm doing this.
And you're like,
They're
that's
not
all we
enjoying
want.
it.
Yeah.
But they're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
So what people constantly appreciate about me is that I play the music the way they ask me to. But that's because I already know that they don't want remixes. They don't want EDM versions. They don't want mashups. They don't want reworks or redrums or all this stuff. Like, so there's weddings where I literally just play every song like all the way through, just a little radio fade at the end. So there's no silence, but it's just a little 10-second what they call a radio fade. It's just blending one song into the other, just a simple crossfade.
You know what I'm learning from you right now? And maybe if you can take this away, okay? I was going to be asking you, hey, what kind of questions should the couple ask a DJ? But what I'm realizing, there's already an inherent answer happening here. The couple shouldn't ask questions. The DJ should be the one asking
Should be.
all these questions.
Should be.
Because if the DJ can ask all the questions you ask, that means they know better
Yeah.
to ask all
Then
these
to
questions.
just do whatever. Yeah.
But if you're not getting this kind of really detailed, in-depth analysis from your consultation with your DJ, then that could be a red flag.
It could be inexperience, or they are a DJ that's just going to do what they want to do, because there are DJs that have been around for years.
They're successful doing
it. But if you go read the reviews, you'll see that they didn't play any of the must plays. They abandoned the playlist that was provided. I hear that, by the way. I hear that weekly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, clients will tell me. I get either DMs or messages, or like almost on a weekly basis. Like, oh my gosh, like, I was literally at a business, and one of the workers was like, hey, like, I've been following you, because I tell everybody I'm a DJ, yeah, right.
In that voice too.
Yeah, and yeah, in that voice, DJ. So she told me that they had her friend had a quinceañera, and the DJ was like the worst. Didn't play. She said the mom gave him a playlist. He didn't play a single song. Did what he wanted to. Played a bunch of old stuff, and he was like playing off of CDs and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, if he's an old school DJ, he's playing off of CDs. He may have not even had some of the songs, because those guys aren't using laptops, so they're not just gonna they're not gonna download and pull all the music. And they said it was just an awful experience. And it's like, so I hear those types of things all the time. And, you could have a DJ that's been around a long time, but they're just stuck in their ways, like, type of thing. But my questions go even beyond that. Let's say it's a cultural wedding.
A what?
Let's say it's a cultural wedding.
Cultural, okay, yeah.
Okay, like, let's say it's a Filipino wedding, right? So it's like, I will sometimes ask too, if they don't, if on the must playlist, I don't see any of that music, I'll say, hey, do you want some of this music? Like, what about, do you want any cultural music?
Like, do you want any Journey?
How are we gonna handle requests? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like, like what would you like? Or sometimes they'll give me a lot of music, right? And it'll be a mix between their cultural music and standard top 40. And I ask a question, hey, what do you want the mix to be? We have so much music here. What does the guest look like? Is it 50-50? Are we 70-30? Like, how much cultural music and how much just top 40 English would you like me to play? Because again, like it's just one of those things, like I've learned from the past. I'm playing too much Latin music. Hey, could you play some more English? Like, like other people want to dance too. I get this rude kind of comment, but again, I learn from those mistakes. So I've learned to ask if it's a cultural wedding with a split. And so we have like just basically English American speaking guests, and then we have cultural guests and maybe some guests that don't speak English and stuff. Like, I ask so many questions when it's multicultural, because I want to make sure that I'm taking care of their guests the way they want. And
Yeah.
so they didn't think about that beforehand. They're like, oh yeah, that's a good question. Like, how should we split it?
That's great.
And then I always tell them, but in the moment, if it's too much, just tell me. And I can immediately in the moment switch up the style. So if
The starting point is seeing the priorities of the couple, asking them all these questions that they might not even have known to ask, which is good, which is why you're a professional, right? And then I bet that on top of that, you can then respond to what's happening in real time,
Absolutely.
both from feel as well as requests and.
Oh yeah, like yeah. If somebody comes ask for a song, it's like then and I'm allowed to take requests. That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh really?
Like, yeah. And so if I am, like I can so also from my 17 years of experience, I have collections of music. So if it's whatever it is, whether it's Latin, like even Arabic, Middle Eastern, like I have my hits.
Oh really? You got that too?
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
it's like, I have my favorite songs too. You know what I mean? Like from the different cultures, that songs that over time that I've played so many times that I really like. So I can if they say we want more of this XYZ, can you play more of this? And let's say they didn't give it to me, I have my little collection. You know what I mean? So, and I'm always building too. Like I'm always adding on to it. So, whatever I think is like a hit or something that I haven't heard before, like I'll add it to a collection. And so, when somebody asks for more of something, then I have like 5 to 10 go-to songs that I can immediately jump to, and I know they work because they've worked at past events like multiple times. They're tried and tested. So yeah, I can change on the spot.
When do these questions come out? Is this from the consult?
Consult.
Okay, from the consult level, you're already asking all these kind of things.
Yeah. It's so this is assuming that they've kind of filled out their worksheet. They've chosen all the music. Now we're going over it, and then now I'm asking all my detailed, like more detailed questions. Initially, it's like, hey, here's a worksheet. You're free to add music, must plays, or give me a Spotify playlist, and like Apple playlist, YouTube playlist, whatever they give me. I just tell them, here's what I need. You're probably gonna have about 2 hours of dancing. As a DJ, I can really only fit like about 30 to 35 songs per hour in DJ time. That's not real time. That's about an hour and 15 to an hour and 20 minutes of music in real time.
Okay.
Because just assume 2 minutes per song. You know what I'm saying? So that's 60 minutes. If I'm playing each song on average for 2 minutes, 30 times 2, 60 minutes. That's where that number comes from. It's just a mathematical thing. But I can sometimes get like 35 in, because not every song, some songs may play all the way through and some may not. And I say, so you can give me a playlist, but see, I can't ask all those questions because I haven't seen what's on the playlist. If it's pretty straightforward, like all top 40 English, I don't have to ask as many questions. Yeah. It's more like, okay, I got it. And then, but so these questions come out once they've given me all the music. And I have a lot of detailed questions for a lot of things. Like a lot of people don't think about timing. They're picking songs, but they're not thinking about timing. So from like ceremony, It's like sometimes the bride will pick a song with a really long intro, like 20, 30-second intro, but she's already going to be up there. I know that. She doesn't know that. But so I'll say, hey, do you want any special timing on this? Because you're only going to get about 30 seconds of the song. So do you want the first 30 seconds? Because that I know the song because I've played it a million times. You're just going to get all instrumental. You're going to get up there and the words are just barely going to be starting. So, and these are things they don't think about. And I said, you can give me special timing for any song. I can start a song when you want, especially this is really important for grand entrance. Couples are surprised when I tell them about not doing the whole song for first dance. They go, oh, we didn't think about that. Like, well, yeah, do you want to be out there for 5 minutes? Because most people don't. It's usually a minute and a half.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
get awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't know what else to do.
Yeah. So I think an inexperienced DJ just lets a lot of this stuff happen or doesn't ask these detailed questions. So the experience is already less enhanced because it's way more fun to start grand entrance from the exciting part of the song versus we get the first, the couple comes in, here comes the bride and groom, and it's like still building up to that drop. It's like, I will ask them all these questions, like super detailed, super specific. How do you want to do grand entrance? Like, do you want everybody to come in as a group, pairs, singles? Do you want to do girls first, then guys first? Girls as a group, then guys as a group? Do you want to do it by name? Like, there's so many questions that I go through because I want to get it right.
So, am I correct in my assumption then that if you are talking and having a consultation with the right kind of DJ, you hopefully won't have to ask as many questions as they will be asking you questions?
The DJ should be asking a lot of questions. The couple's questions should be more geared towards asking questions about what is specific to their needs that the DJ can't know. So for instance, if you're contacting me, let's say you're at a venue, but you have 3 locations. So you have ceremony in one location, cocktail hour in another, and then reception in another. It's really important you ask your DJ and tell them when you're hiring them for services, like,
can you provide,
does this price, so I have ceremonies here, cocktail hour is going to be here, and then there's reception, like, does this price include, could you do 3 setups, or like, we want 3 different setups, like, would there be an extra charge for that? They should be asking questions like, do you include dance floor lighting? Do you include this? And then the biggest one, which me and you have talked offline about, is, do you MC and DJ? Like,
let's get into that.
Okay.
Before we get into that, because that's a big one for me. Again, that's what me and Sheila see.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're finding this content so far helping you. It's helping me. I'm learning a lot about what DJs do and how badly and greatly they can impact a wedding day. If you're needing help, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff here. But we also have some resources for you. Before I forget to mention, because I always forget to mention this, down below we're going to have a link to a special GPT called A Weddings Unveiled that I created, that I'm always uploading my new knowledge and wisdom of how to plan your wedding out. And if you're already a ChatGPT user, then it's going to be super simple. You're going to already get it. But this is specially designed to help you plan your wedding day, especially if you don't have a coordinator yet. Then this could bridge that gap for now. It doesn't take the place of a real coordinator, but it can help you get started and all that kind of stuff. So that's for free for you in the link down below. So feel free to grab that in case it helps. Anyway, I'm going to be uploading a lot of information now about DJs as I'm learning all this stuff there. So they just get smarter. And I'm getting smarter too, so I really appreciate all this.
I do want to say too, you guys, this is exclusive content because on my podcast I don't talk about DJing. So this is like they're gonna find this here, not on my show. This is all gonna be for you guys.
Sweet. You'll learn about videography though on his channel. I don't talk about that either here. Like
I'm glad we're not talking about what we actually do on our own shows.
If the anecdote lends itself, sure.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Okay. So before I even jump into the talking about the MCing, all the stuff that you're saying, and it makes so much sense. How do you suss this out when you're contacting different DJs about just those things that you're talking about?
Yeah, it's just so first of all, let's talk about exactly what you said. When you're hiring a wedding DJ, if your venue allows you bring your own vendors. And you're gonna once you find the DJs that you think are a good fit for you, or you like, or came recommended, however you found them. I recommend contacting like maybe 3 to 6. 3 to 6. I would just even if the first person you contact feels so good, like still talk to other DJs, because
Comparison.
and you just so you have a baseline of comparing and be like, oh yeah, that he's still the guy. Like, you know what I mean? You know, so when you're sending out inquiries, things you should absolutely, the DJ, it needs to know, I'm going to ask back immediately is, how many setups you should like you should tell the DJ how many setups you need. Ceremony, reception only. It gets cheaper if it's just reception only.
Cocktail hour.
Yep, we don't have to bring 2 setups if it's all in one place, and ceremonies at the church, so we don't have to do it. So what you need, how many setups you need. Do you require dance floor lighting? Are you needing up lighting? And then also, I need DJ and MC. Make sure you're asking for both those services. Make sure you're including the location, the venue location or address if it's a residence. So because another question is going to be like, what's the venue? I'm good if you don't tell me. And then also how many people, because if it's over a certain number, I automatically have to bring more speakers because there's not going to be enough coverage. So I need to know that too. And those are the basics that you should be asking. Now, if you're having a multicultural wedding, for those people specifically, you should ask, do you have experience, or do you have DJs on your team that are experienced with multicultural weddings? And tell them specifically what it is.
The culture.
Yeah, tell them what the culture is, because they may not, you know. And I do want to say this though, just because they haven't doesn't mean they can't. But it's for some people, it may make them more comfortable, especially if you're interviewing five DJs. If 2 out of the 3 have experience, you may lean towards them, go back and talk to them again, and then just see. But, you know, other than that, I don't feel like it's the responsibility of the couple to ask all these detailed questions, or to know to ask, or to know to provide all this stuff. That is what a wedding DJ does. Like, that's what we do. We should be asking those questions to make sure we are doing things correctly. Do you want games? Do you plan on doing this? You know, like, what other things do you have planned that are not standard traditions? Like, these are the things the DJ should be absolutely asking about.
Okay. Again, hopefully you're getting all that, because it can make or break the party. So strongly. I mean, even like how the DJ work with live music.
Yeah.
That's also another dynamic. So
Yeah.
letting you know is probably a good thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, we're gonna have a band there.
Yeah.
You should probably know that.
Yep. If they're gonna have, I mean, it's not as critical.
Oh, no?
It's just typically the biggest thing with people that have bands is they give the DJ too much music, because typically during open dance we're gonna play like 3 20-minute sets during breaks, or 2 20-minute sets. So we're only gonna play for like 40 minutes. So then I get 3 hours of music for 2 20-minute sets. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So that's like the biggest thing is, if they have a band, you know, it makes our night easier for like open dance, because we're just covering breaks.
Okay.
You know, so, but it is important. Yeah, it is important to tell. You don't want, you know, the DJ doesn't have to, that lowers like the consultation time, because then we don't have to talk so much about open dancing.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to spend so much time on that. And they don't have to spend so much time selecting music, because it's like, hey guys, 20 songs, like, you know, like that's what we're looking at for a couple breaks.
Okay, good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, emceeing. Some can do, some cannot.
Right.
I barely asked you any questions. You have so much information already. So I won't even ask a question, just emceeing.
Okay. So again, we mentioned earlier, but there are people assume that because they're a wedding DJ, they're also emceeing. Not true.
Not true.
Not true at all.
So
you have to ask, and then you have to ask, because to be honest, if you hire a wedding DJ, and they are wedding DJs, and they get there, and you're expecting them to make announcements, and for some reason they're not, it's like, well, hey man, what's going on? You know, it's like, they may just be a DJ, and that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. There are guys out there that are just DJs, and like, that's all they do. They don't do mic work. They don't MC. They never have. They've never done it.
You're totally blowing my mind in that, like you're correcting some assumptions that I've had, and I've been doing this 20 years.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a given.
No,
It's not a given.
not a given.
It's like when I get chicken from KFC, I always thought that they should just give the gravy.
Yeah.
But if you didn't get the mashed potatoes,
You're not getting the gravy.
you don't get the gravy. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. You would, like, some of those guys, you'd be lucky for them to make an announcement that, like, someone's lights are on in the parking lot. Like, that's what you
Really?
might get. Yeah. Like,
Oh
that's
my gosh,
they might
okay.
help you out with something like that. But they are not MCs. There are DJ companies out there where you get two people. So it's a package. So you get a DJ and an MC. And then you have but then there are a lot of wedding DJs who also MC, but you have to ask. Don't assume. Never assume that because you're hiring a wedding DJ, they could be a 5-star wedding DJ, not a single bad review, and amazing. They could have been word of mouth recommended, but if you don't ask if they also MC and make announcements, which a lot of couples do ask me that. They go, "You make all the announcements, right?"
Oh,
yes,
good.
I
They
do.
do ask, yeah.
Yeah, they do ask. But you don't assume. Just don't assume because they are an experienced wedding DJ who's been around 12 years and has 200 5-star reviews. Don't assume that they MC, because you need to tell them, "Hey, we also need an MC. Like, do you do that?"
Does that cost more?
Yes. If they don't, not for me, not for my services,
Because
it's
you're both.
included because I do both. But if they are just wedding DJs, you're going to pay an extra fee for the MC. It could be $300, could be $400, whatever it is for the night, on top of the DJ fee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of numbers, just kind of naturally gravitated there.
Yeah.
When we're shopping around for the DJs and stuff, what are in 2025? What are the typical ballpark prices? What's middle tier? And of course, it can go top.
Yeah,
and
so
bottom.
I think middle tier is you're going to find somewhere between 1,500 to 2,000, like we're talking 6 hours. Talking 6 hours ceremony included.
Okay.
I'm talking about ceremony reception package. Somewhere in that range of 1,500 to 2,000 would be like middle. Low end, you might be able to find someone like running a deal like $995 or $1,000 for
$1,000 under.
a package. Yeah. And then high end, when you get to the higher end, and this is like one of my favorite things is when you get to the higher end, it's like, what are you getting? Like,
Yeah.
make sure you're getting something beyond DJ, MC, ceremony, reception. So to me, if you're getting like 2,500 and above, then I would ask what's coming with that besides the DJ and the MC and ceremony and reception coverage.
What should come with that?
That's a great question. So is it a lighting package? Is it up lighting and dance floor lighting? Is it a speaker upgrade? Is it cold sparks? Is it a monogram? Is it a photo booth? Like, I would not pay more than $2,500 for a wedding DJ, at least in Southern California, more than $2,500 if it's not coming with something extra.
Okay.
Like, I would max out like at $2,500. Like, there's so many like really, really good DJs that you should be able to get for $2,500 and under. Wedding DJ MCs for $2,500 or under. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's to me, once you get beyond that, once you get guys, what are you getting? Are you getting a 24-foot LED screen? Like, what is coming with that? You know what I mean? Like, what are you throwing in? Because much beyond $2,500, like let's say it's only 5 hours. Like, why? Like, why is it 20? Why is it?
Unless you're like a celebrity DJ of some sort, right?
If you're a celebrity, celebrity DJs, you're gonna pay way more.
Oh.
You're gonna
It's a different echelon.
Yeah,
Not even a conversation.
you might be at like somewhere close to 10K, like and again that's just for DJ. They're not gonna MC
That's true.
because they're celebrity DJs. They don't have to do that.
Okay.
So like if you're getting a big name, like it's definitely gonna be way more expensive, 7, 8, maybe 10 grand depending on.
But it's cool. It's good
what
to
they
know.
charge, yeah.
25.
Yeah,
That's
2,500 is where I would max out if there's no extras.
okay. Awesome.
Because my prices are published, and so for me, for a 6-hour ceremony and reception, just like the standard setup, meaning there's no extras, which I don't even offer extras to be honest, because I just like DJing and emceeing. I don't like worrying about extra stuff. It's 1,500. So it's that's my rate, and that's where I start at. Sometimes there might be travel charges if it's further outside of my area. Like I've been to Nevada, Arizona. I did the Madonna Inn, and up that way up north. So I'll go anywhere if people have the budget.
Dude, sorry,
But-
I don't hear the Banana Inn too much. That's where we had an improv honeymoon.
Really?
They didn't let her onto the cruise because she was too new in America,
What?
and we just drove north
And you ended
and
up at
we
the
ran
Madonna
it
Inn?
at like 2 a.m. So
What a place, guys.
it was so freaky at
What
2
a place
a.m.
for you guys to end up.
And then we left further.
yeah.
In the morning we kept on going north.
Yeah.
But that was our first stop, and it was so freaky. But it's beautiful in the daytime,
It's yeah.
but not at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's like stepping back into time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird that you just
It's
brought
weird.
that up. Okay, this is really helpful. I'm hoping you're finding this helpful. I want to try something new with you
Okay.
today. And I'm glad you have your phone on you because it does require a phone. I'm
Okay.
gonna do a little. I'm gonna pick your brain in a different way. So
Okay.
grab
Okay,
your phone
okay.
and pull up Instagram.
Okay.
I'm gonna screen record.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to the search.
Okay. Search.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try it and pick his brain. I'm trying this new thing. I've never done this
Okay.
before.
Let's go.
And I just came up with this in the drive.
All right.
I want to look up DJs.
Okay.
And I want to see what you can read. Because if I look at DJs, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Okay. Okay.
But I know if I look for photographers,
Yeah.
I can say a lot really
Okay.
quick.
Yeah.
So let's say let's search Southern California DJ.
Southern California DJ. Okay.
DJs or DJ? What did you search?
I whatever you want me to do.
DJs.
DJs. Okay.
Okay. And let's see what comes up.
Okay.
Oh, fudge muffin. Wonder if we're getting even similar.
Oh, where are you at? I'm in. Oh, just search it like that. Okay.
Interesting. Now I'm learning a little bit about Instagram here. Okay. Let's just go off of this. And I'm screen recording, so we'll put it on
Okay.
the screen.
Okay. Okay.
So
All right.
if I'm a bride, I'm looking for people on Instagram. I'm already lost. What
Yeah.
would you even want to? Is there anything calling out to you just from this right here?
Yeah. So this one right here to me is
Top right.
is showing a lot of pieces automatically right off the bat. It's a
Oh,
nice
really?
video.
Okay.
It's a
What do
nice
you-
highlight video because he's showing the whole thing. I already knew he was going to show the whole thing. He's showing a bit of ceremony. He's showing his setup. He's showing you the space. You can see how many people. You can see the vibe. You can see if you match the vibe of the couple. And then he's talking about the first dance. He's showing highlights. And what I like, can we pause it? Is there a way to? Oh no, it doesn't.
Unmute.
Okay.
I guess it
Well,
doesn't
one
pause.
one thing that's really important about this DJ right here, what I really like is I love it when DJs are not just showing clips of a packed dance floor, because real weddings are not packed dance floors all night long. And
That's
a lot
more
of
truthful.
and a lot of DJs that I think are trying to represent something that they can't actually guarantee all the time is they show packed dance floors. And if you saw that, this wedding, if I were to guess, it looks like 5, 3, 8, 5. It looks like 13 tables, 14 tables, which is about 140 guests. And then when you look at the dance floor, there's only about 40 to 50 people out of those 140. Right here, there's only about 12 people on the floor. Right there, there's only about 20. Right here, there's about 15, 20 people on the dance floor out of the 140, which means he's showing real results of his work.
Okay, he's not
So
inflating himself.
I can look at a wedding video. I can tell you how many guests were there. I can tell you how big the dance floor is, and guest numbers. Yeah, and
Okay.
I can tell you that guy he's not hiding anything. Those are real results, and he's not just showing you a video of like when most people were on the dance floor. He's highlighting other special moments that
Let's try another one. I'm
Okay,
gonna pick
okay.
one this time. This dude, he's like, sorry, I don't know who you
Yeah,
are.
just
But-
can you scrub the name?
Okay,
Okay.
what do we got here?
So he's so I just want to hear what he says. Okay, right away. What did I just say? So this is when the dance floor was the most packed. We have one clip. I'm not you know, like it's up to you and the vibe you want, but the dress. I mean, he's wearing a flannel and a black t-shirt. I would never show up like that. That's just me, my personal thing.
We're not talking smack or
No,
anything. It's
because
just like, hey,
it's his style.
It's your
It's
style.
his style. Yeah.
If it fits your wedding vibe.
Yeah, it's his
cool.
style. It's just it's not for me.
But it is something to look for.
It's
hey,
not for me. Like, yeah.
What does the DJ
yeah.
wear?
Now, some people this could fit their vibe, and it may be a match for them. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that it's just one clip, and I can tell you, most of the tables are empty, so that's like probably the most packed the dance floor was, and most likely he chose that moment to take the video because it's the best results of the night, and that's the only clip we get. So my question is always, where's the rest of it?
One positive I'll throw is that he does have a lively personality.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's a good trait.
He's very comfortable on the camera, and he's probably a great MC. And then I don't know if you noticed, but he said that they said they had speakers at the venue, but he brought more anyways.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, he said that. So he was trying to make sure that everything was good. But I'm just saying, like, I would have to see more of that guy before I made
to get a good judgment.
Yeah.
Cool. One last one. Again, this is just the top ones
Yeah.
that came up.
Yeah.
No clue, unprepared. I'm throwing him under the bus here. Let's just see this guy.
Okay. So this guy is demonstrating he's showing a transition, Black Eyed Peas into John Summit. So this is a standalone clip of just him doing a transition, and he's showcasing like basically his skills in open format DJing, which is great. You should.
No clue what that is.
Yeah, I'll explain it. So he's doing some good open format work because he's transitioning from Black Eyed Peas, which is top 40, into John Summit, which is like EDM.
Okay.
And so he's just showing a unique transition. So he's kind of demonstrating his skills. And then again, also I do like that the dance floor is not super packed because this is real results. Like you're just, but he is showing a good moment, and he's showcasing his skills and he's showcasing open format DJ skills, and also that he's creative,
Okay. And what's open format DJing?
So open format DJing is, and that is a great question to ask a DJ, and that comes down to like what genres and styles are you familiar with playing? So, truly open format means you can play anything. So whether that's alternative, Latin music, Afro beats, Afro pop, top 40, EDM, metalcore, like all these different things, genres that people might ask for. Like if you're truly open format, I believe you should be able, you may not know all the music. It doesn't require you to know it all like inside and out, but can you play it? You know what I mean? Like, do you know it? Like if people ask me like, oh, like, can you play anything like, like let's say like todo, todo, like it's like, I know these songs, you know what I mean? Like, suavemente, like I can go back and forth from anything, like, because I've had to play it all. Like I've at some point I've probably done it. I've done also like Romanian, I've done Arabic, weddings where I'm playing that music, because for me, with the amount of experience I have, music comes down to feel, BPMs, and reading the crowd. I don't have to understand the language. I really don't. I don't need to know, but when I cue it up in the headphones and I hear it, the vibe of what the song is, then I can choose where to place it in the playlist or when to switch it. So it's like, whatever the music is or whatever they're asking for, again, like most likely I've either played it or something similar or something close, punta, like all these random genres that are out there. Like if somebody asks for punta music, I have a little collection.
I have no clue.
No, that's the thing though, because but that's the thing, not every DJ is going to know everything, but a good open format DJ should be able to work your playlist whether they know the music or not, whether they've ever heard it before or not. I play a lot of music. I've never heard before. But I go through it and I listen to everything to get an idea, and I prearrange the playlist in a way that I think will work. But then, even then, in the moment when the day actually comes, like I'm obviously moving things around and changing my mind.
So that's amazing. I'm learning so much again, and hopefully you are. When I pulled this up, the reason I'm pulling that up and getting your thoughts is because, so much of the searches right now is going through Instagram or TikTok, right? And when I search that explore page right now for Southern California DJ, dude, I am lost. I could totally feel like a bride or a groom right now looking at this going, okay, press. And then once I press, I'm like, they seem to be having fun.
Yeah.
How would you even navigate that? Like as a layperson like me who doesn't know all this, because your expertise is really showing through. Like you could read a lot out of one clip that I could not have
Yeah.
read. So do you have any advice on how a bride and groom
Yeah,
can?
let's go back to like the very first question, because I want to go back, just like hiring a DJ, right?
Sure.
Let's just lump this all together.
Yeah.
So when you're hiring a DJ, the things that they should have today in 2025, absolutely, they should have social media with video, not just photos.
Yes.
Right? They should have a website. They should have reviews somewhere. Reviews somewhere. Yeah, like
Wedding
whether it's
Wire,
Google, Wedding
Yelp.
Wire, Yelp, they should have reviews. And then, but the big thing is that in their media, you should be able to see enough of a highlight to know that, like, if every post is if every post is like the same, like pack dance floor, pack dance floor, pack dance floor, pack, and it's just like a clip, 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 but you don't ever get to see any other part of the wedding, that's not good to me. Because they are not showing the full experience.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Also, I also think that if you go to the page and you find like smaller weddings or like backyard weddings or this or not that everybody does backyard. Some DJs may refuse to do them.
Really?
So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So you know, like some DJs, like, you know, if it's not a big enough guest count, there are DJs that have, you know, like requirements, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, so just because they don't have that is not a big deal. But I would look for different types of
Variety
events, a
of
variety of
events.
events.
Okay.
If they say they're a cultural DJ, where
Want to
is
see
it?
it? Yeah.
Like,
What's the
where
proof?
can you send me an example? And don't be afraid. Like, that's another thing. Don't be afraid to ask the DJ, can you send me anything that you've done? You know what I mean?
clip.
Like, yeah, like a clip. Like, I mean, I have a whole reel collection of just Arabic weddings.
Oh,
So when
okay.
I say I specialize in like multicultural Middle Eastern, like you can go see 10 of those right now, like full POV edits, like from my POV. So it's like, yes, here you go crazy, you know, watch all these videos. So don't be afraid to ask them, like, or you know, or can you send us something? If you don't want to go digging through their Instagram, can you send me? Just ask them. Can you
Yeah.
send me a few of your best clips that you know that really showcase your work? Make them do that work for you.
Sure.
So because like you said, it's a jungle. Like if you went to my page, it would also be like, unless you go to the reels, like the collections, that's easier to navigate because you can just click through and see like wedding, 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 wedding.
Yeah.
And then again, if you're hiring a DJ, the place though that I would really start, that I would really start, and I'm being totally honest here, is ask your friends, ask people who have been married recently, get on Facebook, get on the wedding groups like SoCal
Oh,
Wedding,
okay.
SoCal Wedding Group, or any of the SoCal Wedding Planning, Brides on a Budget, like all these Facebook groups. There's going to be specific groups to your Facebook groups to your area. If like also there's like, right, there's going to be like, for me, there's Rancho Cucamonga Forum, Rancho Cucamonga Neighbors. It's not a wedding group, but you can go in there because you're going to be asking local people like who they used.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tend to say, look for the person that gets mentioned the most.
That makes sense.
So if you go into two or three different Facebook forums and you ask for recommendations and then correlate the recommendations and then again pick the top 3 to 5. But even if someone is recommending, hey, you should use my DJ, you should still interview 3 to 5 DJs. And then there's one more thing that's really important about that I like to explain to people because it's happened to me multiple times. There's been multiple families where I've done one kid's wedding and it's like crazy.
Okay.
Like, $10,000 in alcohol and like party extend 2 hours. Just nuts, like just going crazy. Then like years later, the other daughter will get married or whatever. And they're expecting, like they're thinking it's gonna be the same result. This is really important. If anybody takes anything away, even if you attend a wedding, you could attend a wedding that I do, and it's just whoa, crazy, dude. That was amazing. Yeah, dude, great job. And then you could tell me, hey, my daughter's getting married or whatever. Like, I want you to DJ. It's like the scary thing is when people expect the same result. And here's where this gets really tricky, guys. This is where it gets really tricky. You attend someone's wedding. It's insane. It's crazy. It's the best time. I want people to really understand something here is that, yes, it's partly on the DJ, but when people are telling me how great of a job I did and how amazing it was, I will turn right back around and say, no, you guys made it amazing. Because I am me and I DJ the same way for everybody all the time. And not every wedding is a crazy party. It doesn't always turn out like that. It's really about the people that you surround yourself with. And it's about the parameters into which the setting was made. If that crazy wedding you went to had full open bar with top shelf and people were free to get drinks from cocktail hour to the end of the night and didn't have to pay for a single drink, do you think that had some effect on how the party went? Yes. It's not all the DJ. I honestly believe people give too much credit sometimes to the DJ, and they should be patting themselves on the back because they were the ones that participated and had a good time. Because I can't tell you how many weddings I've done where I can't get people to dance. And I'm being totally honest.
Yeah,
like, I have weddings where I can't get a dance floor.
You tried all the
Because,
standards.
and it's not me, it's them, it's the people. People underestimate how important the people you invite are. If you're inviting a bunch of mom and dad's friends, because you have to, because they're paying for the wedding or whatever, that's going to be a different experience than the previous wedding you went to where you saw me work, where it was the bride and groom and mostly their friends.
Yeah.
98% their age, their friends, ready to party, ready to go. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
People don't take a look enough at the people that were there. They think it's me, but here's the thing. I'm me and I DJ the same style. I do the same things. I MC the same way every time. I do the same bits. I say the same things. It doesn't change. And so don't assume that because you were at a wedding that I did and now you're going to hire me for yours, that you're going to have the same exact experience, because that experience was unique to that couple and those guests. And it's because the people were into it. Because I've had people hire me, just like I said, and then one wedding to the next, and then they seem disappointed. But it's not me, because I gave them I delivered the same experience. I've been doing this 17 years. I delivered the same me. It's the people really make it. So I that's all to say. Just expectations for how your party should turn out based on the DJ it's not all their responsibility. Like, we can't make people dance. Because I've had weddings where people just sit there, arms folded, and I'll go through everything. All the music, all the top hits, culturally, non-cultural,
Try it all out.
new stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't get it. I can't get it. And that's because it's the people.
Same thing with my profession. It's like, as a photographer, videographer, the more the more down people are to play with us, then it changes the image.
Absolutely.
If you decide not to get hair and makeup and you did an engagement shoot and you kind of look like you just roll out of bed, I can only do so much.
Yeah.
If your clothes don't fit, I can only do so much. So much of it is about the subject, about the people that we're doing. We try to remain as consistent, and we try to maintain the highest level of professionalism that we always bring to the table. But at some point, it's out of our control. And what you said makes total sense. Um, we already talked about the parts that you can mitigate, and there's tons. But then at the end of the day, there's still that one very pivotal aspect, which is did you bring a bunch of senior citizens,
Guest participation.
or is it a bunch of
and it's not
20-year-olds
even
that wants
about,
a
it's not even about
party?
their ages. It's like,
True.
are they into it? Are they gonna want to party?
Yeah.
Or is grandma just gonna complain that I'm not playing Frank Sinatra all night? And
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah, yeah. So know your crowd.
Yeah.
And expect accordingly.
Yeah, expect the results, because you could hire and this is another thing I say I'm not the best DJ. There is no such thing as the best DJ. Anybody claims they're the best DJ, just automatically no thank you. Sorry. Because the best DJ, and this is my byline, is the best DJ is the DJ for you. If you had 20 grand and you could afford any DJ, that doesn't mean that that's the best DJ for you. Because you should find, that's why I encourage people, even when I talk to people and they're ready to book, like I'll ask them, how many other DJs have you talked to? Are you gonna, you're the only one. I'm like, hey, I would love to give you some time to maybe interview some other DJs, because I think, I love that you want me, but like you haven't talked to any other DJs yet. And there could be somebody better out there, like maybe, just maybe. So do you want more time? I give them that space. Like,
wow, I love that.
Do you want more time? Would you like? And then sometimes they'll say, no, like this feels right. This feels good. I'll say, okay, like that's fine. Because it is important to me that people find the right person. It's so important.
That's great.
And that's why I don't think you should go to someone's wedding and be like, oh my God, that party was crazy. Like, taking their shirts off and they're going nuts, dude. And they picked him up and tossed him in the air. Like, that's what I want. Just because you get me as your DJ doesn't mean those things are going to happen. I didn't make those things happen. Those things happen naturally.
Because of the people.
Because of the people.
Yeah.
So then you get me at your wedding and so hire me because I'm a professional MC, because I try my best. I'm not perfect. I make my own mistakes, guys. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't make mistakes. I still make mistakes. They're usually small. They're usually minor. They don't ever like fully like ruin a wedding or something like that. But, like hire me because I probably want your wedding to go better more than you do.
Because you know the details that make somebody go good.
Because I really truly want everyone's wedding to be the best experience, and I really do care about it. I've literally cried about mistakes after events. Like, I've cried about them on my own. Like, I can remember my mistakes and I try to learn from them and I try not to make them again. And I feel horrible when, even if it's small, even if they didn't notice, I still feel like, man, like, oh, I could have, I could have done that better. Like, I care. I really care. And so
you can't fake that part.
Like, again, hire a DJ because they're a good wedding MC and they were a good wedding DJ. But as far as expectations, don't expect it to be the same. Even if people are referring a DJ to you,
each crowd
don't get mad at them because like, that dude sucked. Like, it's like, but when people tell me the DJ sucked, my first question is, in what way? Like, I can't take that at face value. Like, hey, what happened? Oh, nobody was dancing, man, and this and that. And it's like, well, did you ask if he takes requests? And then some people don't realize this. There's a lot of times there's no requests and I can't change the music. So I have to play what I play. And so
because the bride and groom said no requests.
Yeah, said no requests, only play our playlist. So now I don't have an option to try the tricks, to try and get people out. I can't even execute those because they took that power away from me. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't even get that opportunity.
Gotcha.
So
I didn't know that was an option to not take requests.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's a thing. Okay.
Yeah, because I have people like where they're not dancing, and then they'll come up and be like, hey, like, can we do this? I'll be like, hey, it's a closed playlist. Like, this is what they chose and this is what I'm going to do. But people love that about me. And at the end of the night, even if nobody was dancing or very few people were dancing, the couple will come up and say to me, thank you so much for playing all our songs and like doing what we asked. We really loved it. We really enjoyed it. They'll say, we know not a lot of people were dancing, but we didn't care about that. Like, we wanted our music and that was important to us. So thank you. And so at the end of the day, I just all I care about is that the couple's happy. If they're happy, I succeeded. It doesn't matter how many people were on the dance floor or were not, or what happened or what didn't happen. At the end of the night, I just want to know that the couple was happy. And when they're not, I take it really hard. So.
Wow. Dude, no, that's called work ethic.
Yeah.
He likes to take it really hard. No, it's
Yep. Really hard.
I learned so much. I mean, and it's not just because you're the first DJ I've interviewed. It's like you just went into so much nuance about it that now when I talk to couples, I'm going to be able to, one, share this episode if you're looking for a DJ, right? Or two, give the summaries of the kind of things that we learned from right now here.
Yeah.
So thank you for just being so generous with your wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
I even love like the humility of like, I'm not the best DJ, but I love the twist. You know, I'm the best OJ though.
Yeah, he is the best OJ.
At least in this house.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. DJs that any DJ that says we guarantee a packed dance floor all night, red flag. Forget about it. Not that's not real. Claiming to be the best DJ, also not real. You know, like it's not true. It's like you're the best DJ for some people, but I don't think in this world there is a best wedding DJ at all, because not every DJ can do everything, and not every DJ has the same personality. You know what I'm saying?
In the same vein, I always say like, you know, I can't shoot everyone.
Yeah.
And that's why I always advise like, oh, please make sure to do an engagement shoot, because it's your last chance to fire your photographer. And even if it's me, like if I did an engagement shoot and you didn't like my work, please, I don't want to ruin your wedding day.
Yeah. Right.
Like have someone else do it that's
Yeah.
gonna make you happy and better.
Yeah.
So I just love the attitude. I love the generosity behind everything that you're saying. Thanks so much for being so generous with all of this
Thanks
stuff.
for having me. It was super fun to be a guest.
It's weird. This is his first time being a guest on someone else's show.
Yeah.
So we'll compare notes later.
Yeah.
But if you sat around and listened to us for this long, thank you. I mean, I hope you got something out of it. I certainly did. Again, if you need more help, there is resources down. I always say down below, and I look like I'm pointing the wrong thing. In the description, in the description, I won't point anywhere. In the description, there's going to be a link to the custom Weddings Unveiled GPT that'll help you plan your wedding. It's free. Just grab it, use it. Let me know if it was useful, and if it's not, why. Also, are there any other episodes that you'd like us to do, other topics that you'd like us to cover? And throw any questions down below. Have you had any bad DJ experiences? What made it better? Just give us your thoughts, so that way other people can share and we can learn from each other's experiences and stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. I always suck at these endings, so I'll just see you in the next one. Make sure to do the YouTube-y and Instagram-y things that you're supposed to do so that you can get this content if it is relevant to you. Okay, I've said a lot. Bye. Thanks again.
Yeah.
All his thingies.
Oh.
If you want to hire him, it's gonna be down. I'm gonna stop pointing.
Yeah, it's gonna be at IEPDJS on TikTok and Instagram and ImpressiveEventProductions.com. But the details will be
Somewhere
down there.
written. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Bye.